今回の陰口は1枚だったよ。過去に人を殺している。
どういうことだ。俺はそんなこと書いてないぞ。あれだけ煽った直後だ。誰が何のために。雄一、お前まさかまた。
Last time on Tomodachi Game, it was that Tenji was the thief behind the stolen school trip money. What will his classmates do with this information? Find out on today's recap of Tomodachi Game. While Tenji may appear unassuming with his glasses and barely noticeable cut under his eye, he has sinister intentions. He plans to break all of Shiho's relationships with her friends and loved ones, leaving her alone and vulnerable. And when that time comes, he intends to manipulate her with sweet words to see how she will react. Tenji believes Shio, primarily because he is the one who wrote all the rumors except for the two concerning Makoto and Yuichi taking baths. He believes that Makoto and Yuichi must have badmouthed each other to help Shio come out on top. However, Tenji's belief in Shio's innocence raises questions about who had badmouthed Yutari. Despite her curiosity, Tenji advises Shio not to look for villains as it may hinder their chances of restoring their friendship. To further complicate matters, Tenji believes that he destroyed Yutari's feelings for Shio and now feels obligated to destroy Shio's feelings for Yutari. He ponders whether Yutari wrote the bad mouth herself, given that she appears to have feelings for Yuichi, whom she is currently very close to. As Shio learns that Yuichi is the object of Shio's affection, she realizes that she didn't stand a chance if she was against Shio. Perhaps Yutari badmouthed herself to elicit sympathy from Yuichi and blamed Shio to make her look bad. Furthermore, Tenji considers the possibility that the rumors were all fabricated to cover up some deeper issues. He wonders whether Yutari and Shio's friendship was ever genuine or whether it was all a facade. Perhaps the bad mouth was a way for Yutari to test Shio's loyalty to her, or a way for Shio to prove herself to Yutari. Manabu requests that the group continue with their game of bad-mouthing each other. Yuichi takes the initiative and asks Tenji to go first. Inside the room, Tenji ponders on what to write to break Shio and Yutari's relationship. However, he soon realizes that he has the lowest points, which could lead to suspicion. So, he decides to write something about himself instead. As he exits the room, he catches Yuichi slapping Shio for suggesting that Yutari wrote the mean comment herself. Shio defends her, saying that women are willing to play dirty to get what they want. Yutari agrees, adding that it's similar to people who get plastic surgery to enhance their appearance. This agitates Shio, who reveals that her plastic surgery was to cover a scar. She doesn't care if Yutari believes her or not, but warns her to stop attacking her or she will lose her trust. Yutari remains firm, saying she doesn't care as long as Yuichi believes her. Tenji feels excited as he observes the friendship between Shio and Yutari deteriorating, and even the relationship between Shio and Yuichi is getting strained. He takes the opportunity to approach Shio and assure her that he trusts her no matter what. The rest of the group joins in, and everyone shares their bad-mouthed comments. Before we continue, take a moment to answer the question of the day. What is your favorite anime of all time? Comment down below for a chance to be shouted out. And now, back to the recap. Manabu begins by gathering the badmouths and announces that there are two this time, sparking Tenji's curiosity about the other one. He reads the first badmouth about Shio wearing men's boxers, usually gray or black. Immediately, Shio points the finger at Yutari, making Tenji think that it's her revenge. However, Manabu moves on to the second badmouth, which states that Tenji is lying about his age. Yuichi is surprised and asks him about it, to which Tenji admits that he dropped out of high school for 1 year due to some problems. He then reveals that only he and Shio knew about it, but Shio denies it, causing Tenji to believe her. Despite Shio receiving the most votes, Tenji vows to always believe in her and asks her to stay by his side. As they move to the next space, Shio lands on a spot where she can nominate anyone, and the Tomodachi game conducts their own investigation to reveal a bad mouth for one of them. The gods will vote on whether it's forgivable or not, and the person will move from 0 to 10 spaces depending on the unforgivable votes. Tenji begins to worry that Shio may choose him, as everyone might discover that he stole the money and applied for the Tomodachi game. Manabu suggests that Shio might pick Yutari or Makoto, who is in last place, but it may not be a good idea to vote for Tenji since he's now her ally. Suddenly, Makoto steps forward, requesting that Shio choose him. He admits to saying some mean things but wants to remain friends with everyone. Tenji realizes that Makoto is trying to win Shio back after learning that she didn't have plastic surgery. However, when Manabu reveals pictures of Makoto's father, who has been involved in various crimes, including sexual harassment and bribery, everyone begins to worry. Although Maria thinks that it's not Makoto's fault, Tsukino gives an example of how parents would warn their children not to associate with a criminal's child. Shiho assures Makoto that she has nothing against him, but Tenji jumps in and warns her to stay away from him. He then questions Makoto's innocence and suggests that his father may have used his money to cover for him. Tenji successfully convinces the others to stay away from Makoto, and the gods vote 99% unforgivable, causing him to move 10 spaces. Tenji believes Makoto is isolated, and he wonders if he should finish him off in the next round. To add some context, he thinks that Makoto's isolation may make him an easy target. Manabu interrupts with an announcement that there is only one bad mouth, and it's about Makoto. Hearing this, he finds it quite cringe, which shows that he is not happy about it. Manabu then reads that Makoto had killed a person. Tenji is surprised by this revelation since he didn't write anything about it. He actually refrained from writing anything in this round to not stir things up and become suspicious. Suddenly, Tenji notices Yuichi's wicked smile, and he guesses that it was him who wrote the bad mouth. Tsukino chimes in, stating that Yuichi must have already been setting something up. What else is Yuichi hiding? What other secrets will be revealed in the future? Find out on our next recap of Tomodachi Game.